Warning, it is the opinion of the 4th Street Productions and the Working Perspectives Podcast Weekend Pop-In that we should inform you that some of the language used in this recording could possibly be considered offensive. You've been warned, so if you decide to listen, then don't complain like a fuck.
If you get your driver's license photo taken while you're high, then when you get pulled over high, you'll
Shade
look
of every
just
time.
like your photo
Every time.
ID.
Wow.
So
That's
the
what I
logic
look
is
like.
flawless. The logic
Now
is
listen.
flawless, dude.
I
I'm
also
gonna be real.
Hi, hello, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Today we're talking to some real people about some real things, living real lives, doing real stuff. This is the Working Perspectives Podcast. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied today by Lyn Dub, Justin Richardson, Schwap Game, Steve Cabot, Lasmeeshma, Liam Reese, Bernie Biceps, Benoit Podcasy, Bern Podcasy, and the madman, Sean Day. You can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can follow us on Instagram, Working Perspectives Podcast, and you can join us on the Twitter and the TikTok at Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com, and please like and subscribe so we can keep this party going. Lyn Dub, how you doing, baby?
Doing good, doing great.
Looking good, looking great. Love it. Lashmiza, what's up, my man? How you living?
Dude, I am awesome. Weather's getting real nice. It's fucking bringing the mood right up.
Damn right, brother. Damn right. Benoit Podcasy, what's life like for you, my man?
So far, so good, man. So far, so good. Like Liam said, it's getting nice out. Had the baby out today, just hanging out in the park. It was a lovely afternoon.
Very good. Very good. All right. Sean, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming on.
Just living the dream. Fucking tired. Just started my online MBA program, and I'm fucking super tired. And I'm getting a well put in on my farm, so I am tired. Not sleeping much.
Hell yeah.
Fuck. Damn. All right. And then Strong Stem, what's life like, brother? How we doing?
Doing good, man. I got one of my boys in that I did the wedding with on the show, and he flew his whole family in from Washington. So I've been hanging out with him the last couple nights and shit.
Nice.
You know, it's always good to have an old childhood friend around, you know what I mean, that went away.
Yeah, I feel it. Good. Well, speaking of old childhood friends, this is the Working Perspectives Podcast. Let's get this thing started. Let's go.
It's our objective to be effective by voicing societies. Working perspective, exploring your day and how you get paid. Launching a new episode every Tuesday. Your day can transform while we inform with new episodes available on every platform. So check out our vibe and how we get live. Then do us a solid. Share and subscribe. Would you share it? Would you share it? Would you share it? Working Perspectives.
All right, so
facts.
on the show, God damn it, on the show this week, we aired the Tim Casey episode. Let me tell you, I'll say this, man. I really enjoyed this episode. Tim's a great fucking dude. It's always good going down memory lane. And like me and Bern got to rehash a lot of our 20s. Physique is back.
Oof.
Good to see Physique again.
Never left.
Never left. But I'll say this. I was reached out to by former guest of the show, friend of the show, Pat Kane, saying how much he loved this episode. Then I was also reached out to by the one and only Papa Skibip, Tribip, saying how he loved this show.
Strapple Estrada?
Yeah.
Strapple Estrada loves the show, fan of the show, liked this episode. And also a friend from work, Tiffany Brown, reached out, said how much she liked it. And I can't thank them enough. But
What's up,
dude,
Tiff?
so like we said, Tim Casey episode this week, really, really good stuff. Really liked it. I love, he's just a good dude. Really great story. What is the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament he won, Bern?
He just won the it's a Worlds.
It's like Naga Worlds, I think it was.
Naga World, and it's gi.
Yeah,
It's
Naga
gi,
Worlds. He won.
And I don't know if it's submission only. There's like a
Naga is not.
50% chance. No, it's not. Okay.
No,
so-
Naga has had
For
submission
super
only.
fights. For super fights.
Yeah, because I did a submission only as a white belt there. but they're not very common.
Yeah, it's almost unheard of.
Yeah.
Yeah. After he hurt himself, he for a while he was just doing submission only, but I think he's now back in the saddle.
Yeah. Then he won. So good for, he's a champ. Very nice. And then what did you think of this week's episode, Benoit? I know we recorded it together, but I thought it was a banger.
No, it was a great
Sleeper
one,
hit.
man. Super sleeper hit. It was by far my drunkest episode on the Working Perspectives podcast.
Really?
It's not even close. Like by,
Dude,
by
I don't
a million.
even notice when you guys are like,
listen to that last.
Was that the
20,
is
listen to
that
last
the one with
20,
the vodka bottle, Bern?
Yeah, listen to that last 25 minutes and just isolate that. And
when you called J-Dub Jason.
I remember
man.
seeing him dipping and like just seeing because it cuts out a lot of times, and I just caught that it was a Smirnoff bottle. I was like, hell yeah, Bern's getting banged up before the end.
I changed my medication, and I was like super anxious, and I was trying to be chill because Timmy's my boy, and then I was having a tough couple of days, so I was like, I'll just drink right through it. Yeah. And those decisions aren't always great, and it proved not to be great in that one. But the first 80% were fine. No, dude, Timmy's my guy. Like I said, I lived with 26 roommates in my whole life. He was the one I had probably 8 or 9 years, my longest running dude. Yeah. I just saw him this weekend. I was home in the valley chilling. He came over. We sat in the backyard for 9 hours. Yelled at each other about stuff, and he continues to be the greatest. So I had a blast. Yeah, clearly I had a blast.
I mean, damn, I should be more aware of that when you guys are, because Justin, last night you were fucking incredible. Last night you took whatever pill, and
I found. Man, did this just go real gay real quick? Hey, Justin, you took that pill and you were incredible last night.
It was one of those blue ones with a V on it.
Shout out Blue Chew.
No, I found a mystery edible on the floor, and it was either a 10 or a 50.
It was great. It
was a 50.
Only God knows. Only God knows.
I mean, it was fun either way. But
it was 50.
That was my only one in history where like I was like threw it on today, and I was like, all right, here we go. Let's see how much of an asshole you were by the end of this. Like,
welcome to my life.
I didn't even notice. We should all do an episode where we just get fucking. Well, I guess.
You know how much recording?
I'm pretty blacked out almost every show.
You know how much editing you'd have to do if I got drunk, Matt?
Yeah. The trick is to be like half in the bag all the time so that nobody really notices.
Right. Yeah. It's like Christopher Lloyd, right? When you saw Back to the Future, everybody just thought that dude was 80. Now he's like 78, but the guys look the same for 40 years. That's what you want to do. You want to get old quick and plateau and stay there. And no one ever knows what your deal is.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
If you get your driver's license photo taken while you're high, then when you get pulled over high, you'll look
every time
like your photo ID.
Wow.
So the logic is flawless.
Now listen, I'm gonna be real honest to the kids that listen to the show, because I know we have a ton that listen to us. Don't listen to J-Dub. That does not work. Do not listen to J-Dub, and that's horseshit.
I have a Pennsylvania state issued license where I signed my signature as MF Doom. And they fucking allowed it, and I have it right there. And like, I just did it, I think it was my second time I got my license, and I just like wanted to write something cool, and they like allowed it. Yeah,
love it. I did this exact.
My other one says Ken Griffey Jr.
That's perfect. I just turned 40 in March, had to get a new license. And I was like in the car being like, all right, let's get this pen going. Like it's early in the day, but I need these eyes to look weird just in case I ever get pulled over. I want a cop to look at me and go, oh no, that dude just looks like that.
He's a squinty guy.
Dude. Yeah. He's a squinty dude. That's just who he is.
Nice.
I still prescribe to that.
Yeah. This is all coming from people that clearly haven't been in a lot of trouble, like myself. That's not going to work. Let me tell you, by experience,
no,
it's not going to work.
Steve, I just think when a cop
save you,
it's not going to save you.
Yeah, I think a cop has it. A cop has it made out for you, regardless of what any picture of you would look like. You could have your graduation fucking picture from Harvard, and he'd be like, "I'm arresting this motherfucker."
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you start yelling at him.
Yeah. Sorry, Bern, I interrupted you. What were you gonna say?
No, we were all done. We're all done. It's a bad idea that I'll never not do. So
very good.
Let me endorse that.
Very good. Nice. So Lyn Dub, what were your thoughts on the Tim Casey episode?
I liked this episode. It was fun.
Oh, did you, Jason?
The man of many names.
Oh my God. Biff Sweater, Biff Sweezy, TC, Tim Casey. He's the man. No, I love too when we got you. I feel like the more we do some wrestling talk, J-Dub, you get into it. You're like, when we talk about it being like a nuts, arena where you have to get like police escort and shit. I feel like you kind of are like, I'm
when it gets wild. Yeah, I love it. That single light like when they put just the light on the mat and the whole entrance is blacked out. I'm like, yeah, it feels like an ECW arena. I'm like, fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, I wish.
Sandman's about to come out.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah. You're not wrong. I mean, you're not wrong. So nice. Sean, what were your thoughts on the Tim Casey episode?
I thought it was really good. And the guy wears a lot of hats, and I definitely identify with it. But the stuff that he's done, it's like almost identical to the stuff I've done. Like I played football, I wrestled, and then he was like in a band, and actually in honor of my dad after he died, I learned how to play the bagpipes. He was in a bagpipe band, traveling around. And then I flipped like 3 houses while in the Navy. And so it was interesting that like me and him had a lot in common. I feel like I'd be like good friends with the guy if I met him.
Oh, dude, you'd love him. He's the man. He's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah. Nice, fun. You kind of glanced over something real quick though. You were in a still are in a bagpipe band?
No, I'm too fucking busy. I have kids now, but no.
You stopped piping after you had kids?
No, I still play. But
still blow the sack.
My dad was in a bagpipe band for like a long time, and he tried to get me to play, but it was hard to get me to sit down after school all day. He's like, you want to sit down and play bagpipes? I'm like, no, I've been sitting in the classroom all fucking day.
Yeah.
But when he died, I decided I was gonna learn how to play. So I went to the Fresno Stag and Thistle band in Fresno, California. It's a nonprofit, and so they teach you how to play for free. But the thing is, like, once you get good enough, you have to travel with them. So I was going to like funerals. I was like playing in parades. With bagpipe bands, and then eventually I got decent enough to do. When you play Amazing Grace, you play it 3 times. First time's with the whole band. Middle is a solo, and the third part is all together again. And I would sometimes do the middle part as a solo. So I started getting pretty decent, but as I got better, we left, and then we had kids, and it was just like too fucking much.
Yeah, you don't have time for piping anymore. Who does?
Well, with all that puss coming your way every second of every day on the pipes, you can't be a family man out there piping, just fighting them off.
Oh my God,
dude, you'd be surprised, man. You go to these Celtic fests. Some of these Celtic fests, they're fucking a good time, and chicks bagpipes.
I was only half joking. That house we talked a lot about on the Tim Casey episode 731. We had a friend of ours who came and played the bagpipes to start March Madness weekend, like 4 straight years. He was just in the backyard in Fairmount, just be piping. Our neighbors would be like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like, guys, it's Thursday, it's noon, we're about to tip off. Sorry, he's got his high socks on. Let's go.
Deal with it, and it sounds great.
What's that run you? What's it take to get a bagpipe?
Yeah.
Squad
no, he was like dude who like graduated from high school.
He knew somebody. Yeah.
What is
you gotta know somebody.
The thing about bagpipes is this is how hard they are. Like, piano's a hard instrument, but you can teach someone a song on piano like day one. But bagpipes are so hard that you can't even learn on the bagpipes. You actually have to learn on a separate instrument called a practice chanter. It's kind of like a recorder, but it's a reed instrument.
You figure the fingers out first, and then you figure out
do all the
fingering later.
And like usually do that for 6 months to like a year. And then you just attempt to play the bagpipe, because now the bagpipes, like, you got to keep 4 reeds in tune, so that's a lot of air, and so it's a fucking hard instrument. So so if you want to learn how to play bagpipes, you can get started for $50. You can get a little practice chanter, but the bagpipes themselves, they can range from like $300 to like $5,000. If you start getting silver fittings, fancy ones, you're talking like $10,000. But I got David Nail bagpipes. They're pretty decent, and they were $1,800.
Jesus.
So it's not cheap.
Do you ever play them for your kids and they just lose their mind, or?
Dude, I tried once, and they started screaming. I'm like, I played like 2 notes. I played like 2 notes, and they were like, not fucking happening.
Yeah. Love it. Nice. All right. Cool. Well, all right. Well, that's something fucking, geez, Sean. You know what's funny? I was looking, you had posted on Facebook the other day a bunch of pictures, and one of them was the bagpipe gimmick. And I was like, good thing you brought that up, because I meant to ask. So very cool. Very nice. Thanks for sharing. Lasmeeshma. What'd you think of the Tim Casey Biff Sweater episode?
Dude, it was a great episode. You guys were talking about fucking, like not getting your safety deposits back.
Ooh.
Never.
Staying on couches. You know what I mean? You guys are speaking my language, having a guy on couch.
Yeah.
Dude, we had the fucking best guy on couch at one point. Tex was like, he worked at Costco. He was was the best guy on couch ever. You would come back and have like your kitchen would be like packed. And you know what I mean? When you're that age, like you don't even buy food. You don't even grocery shop. So
no, God,
like
no.
But yeah, and then J-Dub brought it up, the like those wrestling towns where they get like crazy into like the high school, and it's like, but weren't we talking about going to one of those, like going to like one of the serious matches?
I would love to. I would absolutely love to go to like what is it? Becca Nazareth would probably be a big one, Steve, something like that.
That's the biggest one right now.
Yeah.
Actually right now the biggest one, because the coaches are brothers and don't like each other, would be Easton versus Becca, because the Karam brothers, who don't get along, coach both.
Jeff coaches at Becca.
Yes, Jeff coaches there, and then Jody coaches at Becca. Jeff just got out of his real estate shit and went to he's at Easton now.
Wow.
And they're brothers and they hate each other.
Dude, but
Hate
they've
each other.
been coaching against each other. They used to coach at Liberty and Freedom High School.
The two Bethlehem schools. So it's like CB East and West, but it's in Bethlehem. They have Bethlehem Liberty, Bethlehem Freedom.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Rock went to Liberty.
I thought he went to
Just saying. I'm joking.
Oh, all right.
Dude, also, we live, you know what I mean? Like we live in Pennsylvania. If it's the biggest state, like you should get out and see that shit.
I would like to see
you're right
if you go to one of those actual live, I mean, Matt obviously knows, Sean will know. If you go to one of these live, like really intense high school ones where they take it real serious, you're gonna have a completely different view. You're gonna come out of there and be like, yo, people, specifically parents, suck. The shit they'll scream out of the stands. You're like, the bull on the mat's 15, right? He's 15. Yeah. You can't yell, break his fucking neck.
Oh my God, dude, that makes me want to go so much more.
Oh, they're nuts. Like that. They're absolutely nuts. Dude. Wrestling parents are a different level of crazy.
Hey, I will wrap it around really quick though. A couple weeks ago, we were talking about the old Lunatic Fringe, and J-Dub was like, "How have you seen this movie and you didn't wrestle?" The answer is being friends with Tim Casey.
Love it.
That's how. Yep. That's a
great
saw that,
friend.
Wasn't a wrestler.
It's a great friend you have there.
And we watched it a lot because his mom was a nurse, and so she was gone sometimes at night. So it was a good backyard to get super high in when you were mid teens.
You're gonna make the weight.
Great soundtrack too. Great soundtrack. Yeah. And dude, I'll scream it from the high heavens. Love the young Linda Florentino. Loved her. Just top notch. When she shows up in the beginning, no bra and a wife beater.
Listen, when J-Dub and Liam see it, we'll do a round table.
We do a live watch along.
Whoa!
Yeah. I will
watch Vision Quest for the first time.
Dude,
I will do a live watch along.
I have a lot of opinions.
Yeah.
I have a lot of opinions on Vision Quest.
People talking, saying that you're leaving. Oh my God!
Who's that? That shoot.
Yeah.
Bull's got the log on his shoulders going up the steps of the fucking stadium, yo.
Liam will be like, is Zach in this movie? Oh, I didn't know that.
Holy shit, Freiling's here?
Yeah. So nice. Very good. Oh, anything else, Lasmeeshma?
No, I mean, we covered it,
Love it. Very good.
Yep.
Strong Stem coming to you. What did you think about the Tim Casey episode? What were your thoughts? And let me hear it.
I mean, listen, any guy that's I have a special spot in my heart for guys that have the balls to do anything that's individual. When I'm saying wrestling, jiu-jitsu, any person, I don't care if you're good, bad, indifferent, to put, how dare you? I'm talking about combat. I'm talking about combat sports, not watching fucking cartoon movies like I suck other dudes' dicks. Anyway, anything that has to do with anything that has to do with
watching Star Wars alone. Anybody doing that solo? Sorry. Go ahead.
J-Dub, I'm gonna yoke you out, yo.
I know, I'm the only one. I'm the only one who's a Steve Cabot person.
Guys,
sit your little liberal ass down and shut the fuck up.
No, we need to do.
Mask on, pussy.
No, we need to find a super, super hot chick, like the hottest chick Steve has ever dated, and she also needs to like Marvel and Star Wars and just like see what Steve does and just force him into it.
Nice.
Yeah. Steve, you know what, Sean, we had talked about this, Sean, about how Steve is just totally missing an untapped market. where it's
No,
like
I have shit to do.
Well,
I have
no.
shit to do that's more fun than that nonsense.
No, well, Netflix and chill is an option, but Disney Plus and chill is an option, and I think you're missing out on that. You know, it's just, it could be another weapon in your arsenal. Is all I'm saying.
How is not watching a movie and getting a blowjob at the same time is fun? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, anything getting a blowjob.
I'll watch fucking Full House.
You're right.
I'll watch
Full House is fantastic. How dare
I'll get a blowjob.
My freshman year of college, this dude, I'm gonna say Mike. I'm not gonna give his last name. Mike lives across the hall. Mike lives across the hall from me, and Mike was like, good-looking dude, good grades, in good shape. Like Mike had it going, but his move was Top Gun. So like you'd pop out of your dorm room like 4:30 on like a Wednesday, and you'd hear, "Take my breath away." Oh shit, Mike's getting it in right now.
Yeah.
I was like, I used to break his balls. I'm like, do you have a different copy of Top Gun for every girl you bang? Like in the first 45 minutes, like, hey, you want to come over and watch a movie? Yeah. We'll throw in some Top Gun. But yeah, we come out there and be like, oh shit, Goose is about to die. Mike's about to finish. We knew his schedule. We knew his schedule. And guess what? In 2001, that shit worked like gangbusters.
Highway to the danger zone. Yeah.
They're like, oh, they're only doing hand stuff. Tom Cruise is just on the motorcycle right now. They're not quite there yet.
Yeah. The danger zone thing always had me too, because when we were going to Florida for that tournament, when we were in high school, we were going down to Disney for a national tournament. Fryling's never been on a plane before. There's a bunch of meathead wrestlers. We're all on the fucking plane. And Zach's like, yo, watch this. And this is like, so this would have been right after 9/11. This motherfucker puts that on loud as shit in his little fucking speaker that he plugged into like a CD player. He pushed it. All he hears, flying to the lady that was, because back then you had to like shut off all your electronics and shit because like planes were, you know, the lady like fucking stumbles back. She's like, yo, yeah, but nobody does. She's like, yo, turn all that off. What are you doing? He's flying to the danger zone as the plane's going down the runway and like the wheels. I was like, yo, Zach, come on, cuz you can't do that.
Yeah. Different world, pal. Different world.
Yeah. What can I say? Nice. But yeah, like I said, anybody that does anything that's you know, that's real, like it's good for you. It's always a good person. It always comes out a good person when there's a, like, you know, a lot of people always say do hard shit that like, you know, forces you to go through a struggle, because without struggle there's no growth, I believe. So obviously any person that goes through some really hard shit, whether it be, you know, and to each their own. Everybody, the hardest shit you've ever done is the hardest shit you've ever done, right? So it's all relative, you know what I mean? So for him to like, you know, when you see things of a guy that wrestled and did jiu-jitsu and all that shit, I know as like, just as a person, if I was a boss, I would hire him immediately, because there's no him pussing out on anything. There's no him being like, oh, I have a little tickle in my throat. J-Dub, I can't go to work today. That bull's showing up. Work. So yeah. So nice. You know what I mean? No. That's the type of guy. That's my type of people. So I liked it. I enjoyed it. Seems like a good guy. He's a great seems like a good coal mining area tough guy here.
Yeah. He is. He very much is. So very nice. Well, thanks for that, Steve. So like we said, available now on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast is the Tim Casey episode. Check it out. Really, really good stuff. But next week on the show, we have another roundtable for you. It is the 40 Fort RoundTable. We've talked about this place long enough. Everybody loves it. We got a bunch of guests from there on the show, but it's going to be good. Really, really excited about it. The shit we get into is pretty wild. We have also a bunch of returning guests, like Murph Meyer was on over a year ago. Nick Gill was on over a year ago. Pulaski was on over a year ago. So having all those guys back on the show, really, really good stuff. Bern, what are you anticipating for next week?
Dude, I can't wait. I'm chomping at the bit because I was going to be on this. And then my wife surprised me with like a birthday present. And we went to New York and saw the Colbert Show and like got to have sex in a hotel and not look at any kids, you know, for 2 days. It was the best, but it was hard to have to bail on the 40 Fort RoundTable. But Pulaski thinks Murph got something wrong. He's chirping at me about that. Timmy thinks somebody else got a story wrong. I'm hearing all the behind the scenes, but I haven't heard the actual pod yet. So I'm very excited.
For those listening, you'll never view wave pools the same again.
Well,
I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. Hashtag your bachelor party.
Hashtag. So nice. All right. So let's keep it moving. I'm going to come back to you, Lyn Dub. So what did you get into last weekend? What do you got for this upcoming weekend?
Besides banging dudes.
Other than banging dudes, I got
Obviously.
blacked out with Bradley and Bell on Saturday.
Yes.
John Bell.
Yeah, to the point where I had to take a nap in the middle of the day, and then I woke up and started drinking again with them, and they were just still drinking the whole time.
What is John Bell's self-proclaimed nickname?
It's the Swamp Fox.
Swamp.
Yeah.
So good. So goddamn good.
He has that kid. You got to get that kid on the show. He's up to all kinds of shit. It's so funny.
Maddie has been trying to get him on the show since like episode 1. He's just so great.
He's elusive.
So unreliable that like, yeah, you just never know where he's going to be.
He's been in the same place forever. How's he elusive?
Yeah, right.
He doesn't have a computer or email.
I hear you.
He's like me, dude. You fucking, how can you not find him? You know?
They smoke 1,000 cigarettes, and every time they were sitting there playing Mario Kart, every time they get to go smoke a cigarette, they fucking take a shot of Crown, and then we're just like fucking slugging beers in between every round. I was just like, all right, I gotta go take a nap. And then I like woke up, they got sandwiches, we're still drinking. I was like, all right, I have to get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna die. And I was dead the whole next day.
Yeah, man. Well,
that's what I did all weekend.
God bless you. Kids, right? Am I right?
Yeah. Oh, to be young again.
Oh, to be young.
To have the liver of a 75-year-old.
Oh God, to be young. Even talking about like some of the stories we talked about in the Tim Casey episode where I did the 14 car bombs in one day. Brutal. Like even thinking about that now makes me want to die. It was brutal.
You say one day. It was like, it wasn't even a day. It was like 11:15 to 4:05. Like it wasn't even, it wasn't a 24-hour span. It was like a good 6, a hard 6.
I paid for that one, let me tell you. So very nice. Well, thank you for that, Lyn Dub. What do you got this upcoming weekend? Anything?
This upcoming weekend, my mother called me randomly, which usually she does like pretty inebriated, especially the later it gets. I usually just don't answer. But
You have a curfew? I have a curfew for my mom.
Yeah, it's 7:30.
Yeah, I do 8. Anything after 8, I'm like, we'll go. I'll let you tomorrow.
And weekends, it's like 1 p.m.
Yeah. Sliding scale.
But so she calls me and she's like, what are you doing? I was like, nothing. What's up? And she's like, do you want to come over on Sunday and pick up a bunch of heavy stuff? And I was like, you pitch a hard bargain there, lady. She's like, well, we're going to get one of those dumpsters, you know, and I just need somebody to like carry shit out to it. I was like, cool. And she's like, bring your girlfriend and I'll hang out with her. I was like, sounds great.
Yeah.
All of this still sucks
Sunday
for me. So I'll be lugging things, and you and my girlfriend.
And you and my girlfriend will get hammered, and I'll lug shit all day, and then I'll drive my drunk girlfriend home. Sounds like
then I'll lug her
day.
home.
Yeah.
Lug you to bed and lug her home.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
That's what I have this coming. Yes.
Oh, there you go. Good. Very nice. Glad to hear. Thanks for sharing. All right. Lasmeeshma. What did you get into last weekend? What do you got for this upcoming weekend?
It's actually hilarious because my mom got fucking wasted on Friday night too, and we have like a group chat on Facebook Messenger with like my 2 sisters, my brother, and my mother, and my one sister's husband. Yeah. And at like 10 o'clock, 10:30, like all it was like the picture of the thumbs up, then like another picture of the thumbs up, then another picture of the thumbs up. This is all just coming from my mother. And so then I'm like, so then I just like typed like I just sent one back and was like, you know, everything good, you know. And then but apparently she was like completely wasted, and her and her husband like called my one sister and stuff, and she was up. But luckily they don't even bother calling me with that nonsense. But it's just funny. J-Dub said you guys have like cutoffs for your mom.
Curfew, man. Curfew.
My mom doesn't get wasted much, but apparently when she does, you know,
she likes to send a thumbs up, huh?
Yeah, like dude, it was like fucking 20 of them in a row. What the fuck are you doing?
Hammer, like I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Mom,
no, it wasn't on anything. It was just like the emoji of the thumbs up, fucking over and over and over.
That's great, dude.
Anyway,
forget it. Go ahead.
But anyway, I had to work on Saturday, but then on Sunday we got out because it was like really nice and everything. So we took the bikes up to like where I used to live, where I grew up. Like when we came by, because my daughter's got friends, like really close friends that live across the street. and who used to be our neighbors used to live there, and luckily they were out there too. Fucking Chaz's kids were there, so Layla was playing with them and everything.
Swizzle.
Yeah, they were playing wiffle ball and everything. It was a nice weekend.
Oh, nice, man. Oh,
Yeah.
at your mom at 8th and Church at your mom's.
Well, we went down to there's like a park on 9th where the mansion is, and that's where they played.
Oh, dude, that's great, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Glad to hear. That's fun. Good. Get them outside. Get them running around. Get them doing all the shit. You're at the point where you're just kind of there and listening for stuff, and she's just doing whatever, right?
Yeah, there's like a gazebo there, so I just fucking chilled for a little bit, waited.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're fine when they're there. Plus, some of the kids were older and stuff. She's not like so young that she'll run out in the street or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
She's good.
Yeah, I'm still at the point of like I'm hovering over her, doing everything, making sure no one comes near her. Just because, like, go fuck yourself.
And that's gonna end real soon.
Respect.
She does. I mean, dude,
That girl's gonna have personal security until she's like 13 and a half. I'm like, Dad, can I just go have my period alone? All right, I gotta go.
You want me to hold the pad, baby? Baby, okay.
I just enjoy it now while I can, because when they get like a little bit older, dude, when they're like 11 and 12, 13,
they're gonna hate your goddamn guts.
Yeah, they're not gonna want. She's not gonna want to fucking hang out with me.
No,
you know what I mean?
Everything you say is gonna be stupid. You're gonna be wrong.
Yeah.
Listen,
no.
I'm not a dad, but I look back at it already with my brother's niece, the oldest one, who's 13 and the sweetest one ever. When
but you see trouble
until like 8. Up until 8, she loved hugging me, being around me. Now she still likes me because I'm the crazy guy, so her friends like laugh. But you can tell there's no more like the second I walk in the door, running up and like jumping on me, hugging me like a little kid did. And, I get it. They're getting older. It's not cool to do that anymore. She's like, I get it, but fuck.
That is legit. Shoot, the best thing ever. Where you come in and they run up to you. I remember my buddy had told me about that, and I was like, he's like, it is the greatest thing of all time. And then when it happened, I was like, this.
Yeah. You're like, guess you look directly into your wife's eyes and said, "You're now second."
Yeah.
You're now second on the list.
I've been like 5th for a while, so
No, we're not talking about the dudes. We're talking about the chicks.
Yeah. She knows. Everybody knows.
Any girl that touches your hairy God sweater needs to be number 1.
Yeah. Well, it happens. But no. Plus 2, she's at the age, from what I'm told, when like past 4, it's like when things start going down, they lose a little bit of their innocence and stuff, and they start wanting to be accepted.
Mouth it off to you and shit.
Yeah. She has her tantrums and stuff, but
yeah, but they're not directed at making you feel small yet. Just wait. Like my kid, I got into a fight with my son the other day, and he was flossing, telling me that he would beat me in arm wrestling. And I'm yelling at him in public. We are in public, and I was like, "Get your fucking ass over here! Like, let's go. We gotta go. Like, mom's home. We gotta go." And he's just flossing in the middle of a park, being like, "I'll beat you in arm wrestling. I'll beat you in arm wrestling.
I can hit a home run further than you." And you're like, you fucking can't. Shut up.
Like, all right, dude, just get a good. Because you can't just go then take your kid down in the middle of the park and just body slam and be like, "That's right, everybody, I win." And I'll take his corpse back to the car. You still have to like get him back there in a way that doesn't look very violent, even though you're like, "Motherfucker, when we get home, I'm going to show you who's in charge of this."
Yeah.
But I can't do it at Burger King.
No. Hey, what are you going to do? Nice. Well, speaking of Bern, what did you get into last weekend? What do you got for this upcoming?
Dude, last weekend was the best. Went home. My boy, Dino, guy I went to school with, future guest of the show. Fan of the show.
Very nice.
We were boys since like 2nd grade. Same year I met Gallagher. Same year I met Richie. Same year I met all these dudes. When I got thrown out of my Catholic school after 1st grade and went to the other Catholic school for 2nd grade, then I met these dudes. Dino and his wife live out in California. They've been there for like probably like 15 years. So he came home this weekend. He visited. We just sat in my backyard. Timmy was there. Timmy's common law wife, Moldy, was there. We just sat in the backyard in the valley for, I don't know, from like 3:30 to 3:30. Pound of booze, got high, and just chilled and caught up.
Oh, that's the best.
Pulaski was there. Mike was there. A lot of former guests of the show were there. We're just chilling. So we went home, got some food, and just chilled out. It was great. It was great to get back to the valley, see everybody, and do it in like a low impact scenario where like everyone come to my.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting in the backyard on a chair and come pay me tribute because I bought all the beer, and that's kind of how it went. And it was great.
Nice.
It was the best.
Love it.
Yeah.
What do you got this upcoming?
Whatever it is will be so dissuappointing based on last weekend. Like I don't think we have any plans, but like that was the only thing I had planned for the whole month. So whatever happens. But I got home, got to see Dino, got to see my fam, got to see some kids, some friends. So I'm good. Like if nothing happens this weekend, I'm good.
Yeah, recharge the batteries. Very nice.
Exactly.
Cool. Very good. Awesome. Thanks for that. Sean, what did you get into last weekend and what do you got for this upcoming weekend?
Last weekend, same old farming. Did the my first bee inspection, didn't get stung. That's good.
Nice.
Oh, good for you, man.
And real quick, Sean, let me ask, how fucking hot is it in Arizona right now? Like, what's the temperatures in fucking Arizona?
Dude, right now it's actually not bad. It sounds crazy temperature, but it's 101. But like, no, but the
Gonna
thing is,
sound
like,
bad when I say it. It's gonna sound like
but it's like
100 degrees, but it doesn't feel like that.
My eyebrows just started sweating as soon as you said 101.
No, but you guys are
that
thinking of
sounds terrible.
Pennsylvania. You guys are thinking of Pennsylvania and Northeast, where it's like 100 and like 100% humidity. We don't have that, so it's like that sticky heat. Here, it's like it's dry as fuck, so it's not bad. But coming soon, it would be like 110, 120. That's fucking hot, no matter what the humidity is. But
it doesn't.
Fuck. So, Sean,
no, but like 100's not bad. Like 100, like usually everyone like sort of takes like the Mexican siesta from like 1 to 3 because it's so fucking hot. But like before that and after that, it's super nice. Like in the evening at like 5 o'clock, it's so fucking nice. Or in the morning, super
Dude,
nice.
Now, does that affect your farming? That it's a fucking 120 degrees
Great
out?
question.
Yeah, I mean, like it definitely. But I choose crops that are.
I was gonna say it depends on what you grow, right? Like I mean,
I mean,
you got to be smart at what you grow.
Yeah, I mean, if I was planting potatoes right now, I'd be an idiot. But like sweet potatoes, but like my potatoes right now, I'm actually trying to kill them because they've been growing for like almost 90 days, and so the heat. No, it's actually really smart. The science behind it is like I want all the sugars in the leaves to be stored inside of the tuber. So what I do is I'll start watering it and I'll cut everything off. But the heat is nice. But if I was like somewhere like Pennsylvania trying to do that, I can't stop the rain, you know? So what am I gonna do?
Now, the real question, when does a potato become a potato? Are we aborting this potato? Has the potato sprouted? Is the potato have a potato skin yet?
How long is
when
the
is
tuber?
It
Has it moved down the tuber?
I've been watching the Roe v. Wade
How many
cases,
eyes does it have?
I need to know.
How many eyes does it have? If it has over 13 eyes,
Yo, he's
it's a
cracking
baby
himself
potato.
up.
Sean,
am I supposed to answer these questions?
Answer the question.
Yes, did you
because
the potato?
Unless you know.
Which trimester can you kill the potato where no one would judge you?
Oh my God.
1, 2, or 3?
Dude,
you a vacuum
first of all,
you said 90 days. 90 days, Sean. 90 days. I'll have to check the statutes on that.
I don't care about the whole no politics thing. This has nothing to do with politics.
This is about
if
potatoes.
you are stabbing a baby in the womb in the 3rd trimester and it's completely healthy and the mom's completely healthy, and you're a fucking evil person. That's not religious. That's nothing. You are a fucking. Now, if it's the 1st trimester, I can get behind you. But when you start getting to late 2nd trimester, late
when you're
3rd
getting out the
trimester,
coat hanger, go fuck yourself.
And
seems logical, but people are. I don't know, man.
It's nuanced. Everyone's like,
I feel like this isn't
like
about potatoes now.
Back to the potatoes.
That's
really curious about russet or
I
Idaho.
know when you murdered them.
You know, when do you kill potatoes? And can I have them?
Well, technically, a potato, I'm killing. This is complicated. So I did my undergraduate research.
Wait, so you're not. So just because
it's to make the soil better.
Just because the potato
The
cell
actual
has
concept.
existed, you're not killing the actual potato. You're just killing like a tuber that hasn't gotten mature yet.
A cluster of potato cells.
A cluster of potato
Well, okay.
cells.
I'll quiz you guys. I'll quiz you guys. Botanically, you got your leaves, your shoots, and your roots. What is a potato?
That's a stew.
Listen, all I'm going to say is if there's sour cream and chives on it, I think that's too late. It's too
Potato's
late.
a root.
There's already sour cream and
Wrong.
chives on it. That
Leave it,
potato
not a root.
should
There's
She
a
lived.
60% chance I thought potatoes grew on trees like
Well,
4
I
minutes
lost.
ago.
You're an asshole. I want to punch you when I see you.
I'm
I
kidding.
want to punch you right in the neck.
I lost that
Hey,
technically.
My
you
people.
are no longer in my zombie apocalypse team because you
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
potatoes.
My people suffered
Yep.
from the potato famine. I knew they
Hey,
grew in the ground.
no,
I'm
you
only
need to
kidding.
learn some more skills. If the zombie apocalypse happens, you need to learn some more skills.
I have no
Yeah.
skills.
I would agree
No.
there.
He's
None.
no skilled.
I'm just charming, and that's it.
I
You get a
debate
shrug.
that.
You like me.
You can get a
You
shrug.
like me.
Not after I heard you speak to that beautiful dog of yours in that mean tone.
I take care of that
You
sweet
piece
girl. You know
of
she's
shit.
scared of everything. There was a danger weed whacker out all afternoon, and I took care of that sweet little girl.
So
Danger
yeah.
weed whacker.
So
Oh my God.
okay. So Sean, you have the potatoes. You're letting them die to really cultivate the soil, right? The bees were inspected.
No. I'm killing the leaves because I
He's
want all the
killing 'em.
sugars. I want all the sugars in the leaf to go into the potato. So by not watering it, it puts it into dormancy. I'm actually not killing it. I'm putting the potatoes into dormancy. But if I just chop off the top of it, all that sugar goes to waste. So I want to put it into the tuber.
Oh, I see. Very good. Cool.
It's not a
Nice.
tumor.
And then what else do you got for this upcoming weekend? Also, I mean, whatever happened like when we were
Oh, I can
talking
tell
last
you.
weekend. Yeah, talk about it when we were talking.
Yeah. So I came home around, I don't know, 6 or 7, and then put the babies down. And then I went to the bar like I always do on Saturday to talk to some of the farmers. I usually just spend like a few hours there.
Yeah.
But these like 2 old ladies, like I don't know what it is. It's been my whole life. Old ladies love me.
Yeah.
And these like ladies were fucking hammered. They were like 65 years
I
old.
can attest to Sean's story. They do. I've seen it.
I don't know
live.
what it is. Yeah, I don't know what it
I've
is,
seen
man.
it live.
Yeah, if it's like any women that are like 10 years older than me are attracted to me. Like my
They
first
love
wife,
you.
my first wife was 13 years older than me, which only lasted 2 years. But
Still.
big
And the
mistake.
first time I met her, we pulled up to Virginia Beach, and Sean's banging her in his car in front of his house. I'm like, why are y'all not in the house? All right. God damn it, Sean.
At least you know you'll never go without. Just, what I
Yep.
mean? It depends what your standards are as you get
Yeah.
older.
If you move
I mean,
to
but-
Florida, you do.
I mean,
clean
eventually
up.
you get aged out. Once you turn like 50, 59, you're like, I don't know. All these
Yeah,
broads
that's
are
what I
with
was
the
trying to
lady
say.
anymore. You want to get in where you're fitted.
So okay, so
In
Sean,
Florida.
your Friday night, is it Friday or Saturday? You're at the bar and
Saturday night.
Saturday night, and a couple of groupies, fans of the show, come up, and what's going down?
Couple of bag hags,
Dude, I felt like an 18-year-old hot girl like in a male prison. That's what I felt.
Oh man, golly!
Dang.
That's
It was
got
disgusting.
that's got
What
to
a-
suck.
One of them made you hold her pocket, and she
Pull
walked you
your
around the
wiener
bar.
out. Just whip your wiener out. Fuck them.
Dude, the 65-year-old lady flashed the whole bar, including me, and had the most disgusting body.
Yes.
Yeah, she had a C-section.
That's my favorite thing in the world, yo.
And we were all laughing, and it was fucking hilarious.
Oh,
I've
my
seen
God.
quite similar I went to a show. It was like
End
Leonard
Up Pub?
Skinner and Kid Rock, because the girl I was dating at the time listened to that garbage music. And what he just described, dude, like it'll scar you for life. I saw like an older
Yeah.
chick, yeah, with like all these scuzzy old dudes around her. Oh,
Oh.
man, dude, it was awful.
Dude, it's like going to Lansdale.
I feel
Bike
for you,
Night.
man. I feel for you.
Yeah,
Don't you
like, at
ever
first
say
I-
shitty music to Leonard Skinner. How dare you?
No,
Well, at
you're
first
right.
I felt
Skinner
like-
isn't bad, but Kid
Skinner's
Rock
a
is
shit.
awful.
Skinner's the shit.
Yeah. What were you saying, Sean?
I was gonna say no. At first, it was like kind of funny because I was like, I still got it. Yeah, I still got it. But then it
So
just
that scar
progressively
came
got
out.
worse and worse, and they started like trying to kiss me. I'm like, get the fuck away from me, you old lady.
Sean, whenever I get hit on at work, I go home and tell my wife right away, and she gives me like a great oh, great for you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I told
swell.
my-
and I'm like, that's all I wanted. I was like, hey, just so you know, some ugly 27-year-old drunk girl was definitely gonna touch my pee-pee in the parking
I
lot. She's
still
like,
got
isn't that swell for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told my wife about it. And she was like, "This is
It's
hilarious."
hilarious.
Yeah. My wife could give a shit,
Nope.
if that
My-
ever were to happen.
My girlfriend's
Now
South
that
Philly.
image is seared into your brain for the rest
J-Dub's
of your
like,
life.
We
Not
had a girl
conversation
on the
I
show
have.
the one time. She like dipped out. She's like, "Who's that fucking slut you got on the show?" And I was like,
You're like,
"What?
that's
Who?"
my cousin.
That's my
She's
cousin.
scaring
I'm
her
related
away.
to her.
Yo,
Oh, I have a
that's-
story about that, yo. One time we were at a
She
wedding.
will
My girl
not
was
talk about your
blacked out.
cousin like that.
Wait, hold on. J-Dub's
Yeah,
J-Dub.
one time, she
J-Dub.
hates this story. One time we're at a wedding and my girl's pretty drunk, and my cousin, who is attractive, like jumps on me, hasn't seen me in a while, and she's like, "Who's that bitch?" I was like, "It's my, I'm related
Why is
to
she
her."
jumping on you though?
Wait,
You guys
your
got a weird
cousin-
relationship, yo.
Your cousin,
I just hadn't
former
seen
guest
her
of
in,
the
like,
show,
6
friend of the
years.
show,
No,
I don't
Justine
give a
Milsenius.
fuck.
Speaking of
Just, like,
Leonard
excited.
Skinner,
I was like, we're cousins. She only jerked me off. We didn't kiss or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not weird.
Yeah.
It's only gross if you conceive a child because then
Yeah.
that's weird.
As long as you
What
get
else
rid of
do
it
you-
in the first trimester, it's not
Yeah.
wrong.
What else are you supposed
Like
to
the
do at
potatoes.
Grandma's wake?
Yeah. Nice. All right. And then Sean, what do you got for this upcoming?
It's going to be the same thing I always do. It's going to be farming again, but doing the online MBA thing, so I got to catch up on classes. So it's going to be classes.
Sean, where
My
you
fucking
going?
son-
Where you going for it?
ASU.
Nice.
Hey,
Go Sun Devils.
Put up the
Sunday.
forks, guys.
Yeah.
Put up the forks.
I was looking at other schools, but like for other schools, like online college is like an afterthought, but ASU, like
Yeah,
set up a
they're
specific college for ASU for like online.
they know who
it's
they
like-
are. They know who they are.
Yeah, and like when I get my MBA, it won't even say online on it. It'll be a normal ass degree.
Awesome. That's great.
But but I'm using my GI Bill. Actually, I never use my GI Bill, so I'm doing it more because they're gonna pay me every month. Because to be honest with you,
Nice.
we both know we went to college. Half the shit you learn in college is you could just
Yeah.
learn by reading a
Bullshit.
book.
oh,
Yeah.
way
You know,
more than
And
half.
bullshit.
Way,
Yeah,
way
and
more.
so the only reason I'm doing it is because they pay for my books, so I can like buy used books and then
Hell
sell
yeah.
them after the classes. I'll get some money for that, and then I get paid like $1,000 a month just to go to school.
Hell yeah.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
And then I get a degree. So
Hell
it's
yeah.
more about that. So I'm not shooting for A's like I did as an undergrad. I'm shooting for like solid C's, putting minimum work in. I'm not memorizing dumb bullshit. As an undergrad, I graduated with highest honors, but like I studied everything. And dude, if I took any of those tests right now, I would fail all of them. Every
Yeah.
single last one of them.
Yeah.
What's
Yep.
the fucking point? What's the point
Yeah.
of getting A's?
Yeah. There is no point. I never went to college, and it wasn't because they didn't want me. It was because I didn't want to. So nice. All right, cool, man. Well, very good. Glad to hear that's all going down. Congrats and go Sun Devils. Very nice. So strong stem, Steve Cabot. What do you got last weekend? What do you got this upcoming week?
Well, last weekend was a huge weekend for Philly on the fucking map. First and foremost, Boots Ennis, whose dad is probably, what do you think, Matt, the most legendary boxing trainer in Philly, Boozy's Dungeon.
Mhm.
So Boozy, who's had his hand in every major guy that's ever came out of Philly, has two sons. His youngest son, Jaron. Jaron is, I mean, he's the prince, right? He grew up in this gym. His two older brothers were professional fighters. His dad's the best trainer Philly's ever seen. It's a fighting city. This kid is the one. And he's 29-0 with 26 knockouts and just fought another really tough guy. And again, absolutely beat the fuck out of him. So now he's ranked third in the world behind two guys that even casual fans know, Earl Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford. And neither of those two want anything to do with Boots. And they even had Mayweather came out and was like, yo, who is this Boots kid? He is fucking serious. This kid is he's the most talented kid that gets no press because it's like he's from like a ghetto area of Philly, and his dad doesn't play that game. Like he ain't letting fucking corny reporters in to watch me. He doesn't give a fuck about none of that. He cares about his fighters and them being, the best they can be.
Yeah.
And on the other side, in the UFC, which I told a bunch of you fucks to watch, and
I
I'm pretty
watched
sure
it.
I was about to say the only one I think watched it was Scram.
Yep.
Was that the kid that I used to work out with. And like I said, there was very few kids that I can't beat the fuck out of that are high school kids in a wrestling match. This kid was not having it. He was
Plus
not having my
290.
horse shit.
He was plus 290 underdog too.
Underdog. So he was the biggest
Steve.
underdog on the card.
Steve, I didn't
He
watch
was
it
the
live.
first fight on the card. Hold on. He was the first fight on the card, the biggest underdog on the card. Everyone gave him this undefeated fucking little superstar that everyone thought was gonna be a big guy. They're propping him up, and he yoked him out with an anaconda choke in a minute and 16 seconds, like a fucking stud. Which makes Daniel Gracie's gym in North Philly 14-0 in the UFC. This motherfucker hasn't had a guy lose yet.
I saw that.
Let's go.
Crazy.
Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
go.
Steve, I didn't see it live. I was home in the valley trying to get my shit together, but I did go back and watch it. And night, son. You gotta love that. 14-0.
And when you get those, for anybody that's ever been put in those anaconda chokes, they're strange because like they're one of those ones where you feel like there's not that much pressure. And the second they start to tuck their hips into you, all of a sudden you feel your neck starting to split and then you're asleep. It's
He tapped.
wild.
He tapped, and if you watched, like right when he tapped, he let go, and then he just went right out.
And then the rep was lifting his arm. That bull
Yep.
was select.
Mm-hmm.
But that was dope.
Yeah.
Maddie, can I circle back to a story that might be relevant, even though it wasn't part of this? So my brother Mike, who will be a guest on the show soon, I think you guys already recorded.
Yeah.
His 21st birthday, right? He's probably like 3 or 4 years younger than me, so it's his 21st birthday. He's a Temple dude. We're at Finnegan's Wake. Like 4 taxis are like, no, we will not let you in this car. So you're like, that's a problem. He's back to his house on 10th and Wallace and start talking shit to Timmy about Timmy's sister. So Timmy, just so you know, I banged your sister, right? So Timmy triangle chokes him out that evening of his 21st birthday, which I guess was probably 2005.
Yeah.
My brother wakes up the next day and is like, I didn't know Tim had a sister. I was just talking shit. Tim did in fact have a sister who was kind of around my brother Mike's age. And so things went really, really, really sour. But then I was in the backyard with all of them a couple days ago. And so my brother Mike has started calling himself the world champion runner-up, Brazilian world champion runner-up, because it was Timmy's first ever choke out of just a gentleman who may have said something wrong about his sister that he used the jiu-jitsu move on. Yeah. And then they just hugged each other and high five for like 20 minutes. So it's just I believe my brother also pissed his pants and ruined his phone and his wallet on that choke out, and they're still pretty cool about it. If you know what kind of guy Timmy is, he will choke you out on your 21st birthday. When you talk imaginary smack, you will pee your pants and ruin your phone and your wallet and still be friends with him 12 years later. Yeah. That's the kind of guy Timmy is. Yeah. You left him no choice. He had to do what he had to do. And when all said and done, you're like, yeah, I respect that. That was me. That was on me. Yeah. Not my bad. I didn't know you had one. But yeah, you got me.
So yes, very nice. Thanks for that, Bern. Steve, what else you got this upcoming weekend?
So I got obviously my man's in town. Flew in from Washington with his family. Our boy, one of our buddies from
Aaron is show soon.
One of our buddies that grew up in North Wales with us. He's a couple years older than me. Like me and Sean. I don't know how this line got drawn, but this was where the line was drawn, and it didn't matter. Me and Sean are the last grade of the old heads. Everybody behind us is the young bulls, right?
I
don't know why the line got drawn right there, but like there's kids that graduated a year below me. I'm like, that's my young bull. He's like,
yo,
fucking
psychopaths.
Yeah, I know. So
y'all are just the fucking craziest group of people I've ever met in my fucking life. Like, it's honestly like I tell stories to people I don't know, and they're like, "This is made up." I'm like, I don't know what. One bull looked like RoboCop. One bull became a Navy SEAL. The other bull's still a fucking psycho, yo. Like,
What's funny? What's funny is like, obviously I was in the military. I've been to like close to 30 countries all over the place, and like I have a bigger perspective on talking to people, I think, and all of them say the same shit. Like, what kind of fucking town did you grow up in? Like, even they're like, they're Navy SEALs. They're like, what the fuck? Like, it's insane. I'm like, and like I tell people, like, we graduated with like 1,100 kids. They're like, what? That's fucking insane. So I mean, obviously we have a bigger number of people. There's a greater probability of having just fucking some great people. But North Wales was like, at our time period, it was so concentrated. Like,
yeah,
it was insane.
So basically, my boy's back in town. My other friend who grew up in North Wales, 2 years older than me, he's getting married to this fantastic girl. She's super cool. So they're having it over in Skipback at that. There's that new brewery thing over where like right at 73 and 113, I guess it is. I don't fucking know. Now I'm spitting out numbers like I know what I'm talking about. But it's right on the main strip in Skipback. And it's like a really, really relaxed wedding. So like he said he's wearing shorts and like fucking and Jordans and shit, and they got
actually sounds like him.
Right? And they got a playlist. They got a playlist for like younger. Like he goes, I'm not doing the traditional. I'm not playing the fucking why. Come on, grandma, get up. I'm not doing none of that fucking shit. No hokey pokey. No fucking slide to the left. Slide to the right.
No,
that garbage.
Listen, no.
So I'm gonna get hammered and rub my dick on every girl in there, whether she has a significant man. I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna rub my dick on everything that.
Well,
I'm gonna have fun. All right, I'm gonna have fun.
Yeah. Nice. Good for you.
It's gonna be dope. So I'm excited for it because the only thing I'm not excited for, I was excited, then I found out it was gonna be 150,000 degrees with all the humidity this weekend.
Oh yeah.
But And then I was like, oh, fuck. And then he reminded me that it's a casual one. And I was like, hell yeah. So I'm at Thomas's last night and Tommy said, fucking Romeo's. Tommy goes, you want to borrow my island pants, yo? Because he's been to like a wedding in like Curacao in like Jamaica. He's got these fucking.
Get some linen pants.
Oh my God. And they got like palm trees on them and shit. I looked at him so serious. I was like, no, I don't want your fucking island pants. No, I'm trying to get pussy at this thing. I don't want your island pants.
Island pants.
Steve, the fact that someone said island pants to you, I'd be like, are you taking your life in your hands, or are you his best friend for a million years? Oh, you're his best friend for a million years? All right. So if I said island pants, Steve, I'd expect him to punch me in the face. And I would be like, yeah, fair.
I'm like, you want me to walk in there like an asshole? And I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, well, never mind. That's not what I meant.
Yeah, nice. All right. Well,
but
good luck, Strong
he's ready
Stem.
for it.
Hopefully you get some more groupies.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to go there and tell them that I'm on this super popular show. And they're going to be like, what show? And I'm going to be like,
you probably won't have to tell them because they'll probably already know.
That's right.
They already know. Yeah. And then I'll be like, you guys see me on Joe Rogan? You see me? That's a different show. Same amount of watchers, whatever. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah, give or take a couple.
Yeah. So he's still playing catch up. So all right,
we'll see.
Nice. So very good. Thanks for that, Strong Stem. So we're coming to the top of time. So before we get out of here, Lyn Dub, anything you want to say to the Dub Nation before we get the out of here?
I won't be here next week. I'll be going to North Carolina to go visit Bakil with Tamil and Papa Skivit.
We'll miss you. I'll miss you the most.
What was that, Travis Pastrana? What was that? Out of all the people,
Estrada?
Yeah, he has the most and best nicknames out of anyone out of North Wales.
Trapple Estrada, is that what you call him?
Yeah. I'll report back how North Carolina is.
Love it. Very nice. Take your shirt off.
Have fun, Jada. Bring bug spray. Bring bug spray.
Okay.
Nice. Very good. Well, thank you for that. Lasmeesh. What do you got to say to the Lasmeesh Nation before we get out of here?
Don't you do it.
Whatever you do, give 100% unless you're donating blood.
Yeah.
Fuck, son of a bitch. Bern.
No.
Good luck.
Bern, now say something funny, Bern. Bern, be funny now.
Good luck, you
my whole
fucker.
thing. The whole thing. I was prepared to follow up Liam with something impressive
Say
and
something better than that.
necessary. And then he went fucking pun on me. God damn. Fuck you, Liam. That's what I'm gonna say. That's it. God, he's got me twisted right now. Liam is playing me like a harp from hell. I had something impressive and
what
heart moving.
What he means to say is never make eye contact while eating a banana. That's what he means to say.
This guy.
So that could be his.
What a savior. Very nice. Very good. Sean, what do you got to say before we get the hell out of here?
So for all you kids out there that aren't married and you want a small child and you want that child to be a girl, key is you have to do the reverse pile driver.
Great advice.
Now you know.
Great advice. Medically proven. Great advice.
That's
Very
science,
nice.
bro. It's fucking bro science.
That's it. Nice. Strong Stem. What do you got to say to the culty Cabot before we get the hell out of here?
I got two things because I feel like I'm special. One, a potato is a potato when it's a potato. So don't kill the potato. All right.
Sure.
And two, this is for all the ladies out there.
Ladies.
If you ever go to an event with your boyfriend and his cousin runs up and jumps on him and wraps her legs around him, leave that weird ass bull. All right, leave that weird ass bull because shit is definitely gone south.
Unless you're in Alabama, then
embrace it. Yes, then she's the one.
Nice.
Well, in Alabama, she's your daughter. You can't just throw her out.
Oh. Well, speaking of Alabama, this has been another episode of the Working Perspectives podcast. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied today by Lyn Dub, Justin Richardson, Schwab Game, Steve Cabot, Lasmeeshma, Liam Reese, Bad Boy, Benoit Podcasy, Bernie Biceps, Benoit Podcasy, Bern Podcasy, and the madman Sean Day. You can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can also on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast, and you can join us on the Twitter and the TikTok at Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workingperspectives@gmail.com, and please like and subscribe so we can keep this party going. Thanks for listening, and have a great weekend. Thanks. See ya. All right, guys, we're good. Bern, I said Benoit Podcasy twice on the outro, and I
You did.
Yeah,
You did.
I don't know what I was thinking. Thinking. Good shit tonight, guys. I don't feel we did 2 press conferences. I don't think we need to do a third, right?
Yeah, me neither.
We agree. I think we can come back to the press conference another time.
I think we can save it for the NBA finals. Wait till the finals happen. We got like a week and a half, and then once that's going on,
Oh, you mean the one Miami is going to be in?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
The player that we gave him. With the player that we.
Sure? Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure. I will say this though. I don't like either.
Oh yeah, you're a Celtics fan. Yeah, go. I'm so pro.
If I could pick,
why?
Fuck the Celtics.
If I could pick,
I
could pick any matchup. If I could
Someday.
pick any matchup, it's Celtics and Heat. Such a good matchup.
Yeah, it's and also, I had no hope for the Celtics to win that game tomorrow before I found out there was no fucking Smart or Horford, because Boston's been in it.
Harford. Guy has one good game.
No, it's like, dude, he's averaging like 19.
He's 170.
I know,
can't believe
which is why it's so stupid that he's actually like
it's insane
performing.
I don't like the averages because he, that doesn't show the true story. Kind of up and down with games. A lot of points one game, not so many the next. I hate the average shit.
Boston's way more talented, but Jimmy Butler is like the meanest.
You're fucking jaded, cuz that's the dumbest statement I've ever heard.
Wait,
way more talented
than Miami?
Way more talented? It's 2 teams in the conference finals. You spend.
Who's the second best player on Miami?
Are you fucking serious?
Who is it?
Bam
Tyler.
So what?
Bam Adebayo.
Hero and then Bam. Yeah. They got a good ass starting.
I would take the Celtics
and
roster
got,
over Miami's roster.
What I'm saying is
Marcus Smart is not that great. All these other Jaylen Browns here and there. You're blinded by this faith of the Celtics. I hope they
Jaylen Brown let me down so bad last night.
Jaylen Brown suck, and so do you. Fuck out of here with your shitty pools.
Jaylen Brown, Steve. I know Steve is only allowed to be
got
on
your
the
boy
podcast for 81 seconds after it ends. So we're going to wait for his iPhone 5 to cut off to continue.
We got your boy today.
No. Who?
Your cornerback.
Oh, I know. Fucking
for
Bradbury.
$700, and you got to pay 11 of it.
Yeah.
I heard it was 10. I heard they got him for 1 year
11,
for 10.
We got to pay 7.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yo, Mavericks and Golden State are playing right now. Ooh. If Mavericks can take one on the road, that makes that if they can take one of these first 2 in Golden State, then that will make that so much more interesting, I think. Yeah. But if Golden State takes the first 2, Mavericks do not have a chance, dude. They do not have a chance.
Damn.
That's what I think.
I'm a big NBA fan, but it's hard to be biased against the Celtics. That's what Kevin's opinion of it is nonsense. Like they have a better roster than Miami.
I think Celtics and Tatum is ridiculous.
Between the Celtics roster and Miami's roster, I mean, Boston should be better, but Miami plays very well together.
Yeah. And Miami grinds it out. They're tough. They
Jimmy's. What I was trying to say before is Jimmy's the toughest guy in the series, right? So like last night, Boston got out to a real nice first half, and Jimmy Butler was like, you know what? Fuck you. But I'm just going to go, right? No, I thought Boston would lose that game. I thought they were in 2 super physical series, right? Like they battled the Nets, they battled the Bucks. I didn't think they were going to win that game before I found out that both Horford and Smart weren't playing, Like Miami was favored in that game by 2, and Boston's favored in the series. So the only thing that sucks
Boston's just got to steal one. That's all.
Yeah. The only thing that sucks is that my hopes got up real big in that first half of being like, oh shit. All right. Tatum came out like a fucking maniac, and then he was just cooked, man. He's exhausted. Like it's going to be a little bit.
In the conference finals, like they're both there for a reason. Like the Celtics do have the more talented roster, but the way Miami's like playing together, the way they play tough and everything, like that's what's going to make that interesting. And sometimes like that will take you all the way. Like when the Mavericks beat the Heat, when they had the fucking big 3 and everything. If you're just gelling, if you're hot at the right time, you can go far.
Well, here's the weird thing too. in 2020 in the bubble, the Eastern Conference Finals was also Boston, Miami, but it was in the bubble. And like at that point, remember 2020, we were like, I don't know anything about basketball. I don't know if anybody's good. I don't know anything that's happening here. Like shit is fluid. It changes
there's no
every
home
year.
games in the bubble. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, but like guys were just shooting at the same rim for like 4 months, but it ended up being the same conference finals and the same kind of like, this will probably go 6 or 7, right? Like I think Boston's a better team, but I couldn't imagine them winning this series in less than 6. I think we're going to sweep this. They were going to win this in 5. You know what I mean? Like everyone who's still here is pretty legit. I'm actually way more interested in this series, the game tonight. I can't believe how the Suns got punked.
Yeah, me too.
The other night.
The Mavericks, if the Mavericks can win tonight, I just think if Golden State wins the first 2 home games, then the Mavericks have 0% chance. They just need one. They just need one of these first 2 games, and then we get like an interesting series.
But if they get game 1 and they're just rolling on that,
that's
we're
big.
invincible.
That's huge.
We don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's huge.
More than anything that happened with the Celtics this year, watching that game 7 of Phoenix Dallas was like,
that was
what
insane,
the fuck
dude.
just
that was
happened
insane.
here? It's like the greatest fucking implosion I've ever seen.
I thought it was ugly when the way the Sixers lost. And then that was like even
not even
the only
close.
thing that made me feel
that
better.
was worse.
The only thing is watching Chris Paul play so bad. I was like,
yep.
All right, I guess Jordan Starnes like that.
Right, like
that might be the worst loss I've ever seen from
like the Sixers
a number
fell
1
apart.
seed.
Yeah, the Sixers fell apart. Phoenix like historically fell apart. You know,
I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
I can't believe KP didn't turn out to be the player. Like he's on Washington now. Like. But he should be on that fucking mat. Imagine if KP turned out to be the player he should have been with Luka and the.
Could they have done it though
unicorn.
with him there now with all those big dudes? Like, because it's not how they beat the Suns.
Yeah, I thought KP was going to be so much better. Like,
dude, one of my best friends in the entire world is like just a diehard Knicks fan, and a guy who's like an athletic director and like was a sports writer, and his whole life is just torture. He's like, when KP left, he was like, this will ruin us.
Oh, yeah.
And now he's like, yeah, we should try to trade for KP. Just try to get him back. I'm like, oh, bro, that can't feel good.
That's what somebody was talking about on sports talk radio in Philly. Like, would you trade to try and get Jimmy Butler back? I'm like, God, no, you fucked it up.
Yeah, that ship has sailed. Okay,
yeah, it's gone. And somebody's like, would you trade to get Devin Booker? I was like, no,
he just
once
fell.
Somebody wins. Jimmy,
is it fair to say? And so I moved out of Philly like 4.5 years ago, right? So I have not been as in tune to most of the process. Yeah,
you left in the middle of the process. It's been 4 years after that post process, and we have
I was
3 second round exits, and that's it. That's all you've missed. You've missed a year of not making the playoffs.
And none of our number 1 picks. And none of the picks we picked first overall. We have none of them.
What's the other one?
Well, Nerlens Noel was out of there. There was a couple.
Michael Carter Williams, right?
MC Dub.
Yeah.
Zaire Williams.
Yeah, the only person we kept was Embiid, but the rest were like all just like we just crashed and burned so hard, dude.
We got George Hill last year. That was dope.
I'm taking off. I'll see you guys
later.
All right,
yeah.
Good shit tonight.
Good night.
All right, guys.
Gents.
Good shit.
Yep.